Hey y'all, this is Janelle, Dr. Janelle Hoyland. Welcome to Ignite Your Powerhouse, turning leaders and leaving legacies. So one of the things that is imperative of this time is for us as women to come together and bring our highest potential to the playing field. So one of the things that occurs is that as women, we have a lot of things on our plate. And what happens is that we compromise our ability to lead in order for others to step into their leadership. And so I'm going to challenge you on that point to say, the more that you allow yourself to step into your leadership from the place of true, authentic expression will allow you to demonstrate to others their leadership potential. So what happens is that there is this misalignment that occurs in compromise, subtle things over time that diminish your dream, if you would, in order for other things to take precedence. And as women in business and also coaches and leaders and healers, this time in your soul's history is very important in the sense of taking your authority back, and standing in your position. So the way this shows up in the body is that every time that you compromise and it's not in alignment, you will feel anxiousness, separation, a little hit in your gut. You will feel a agitation, if you would, in your stomach. You will feel like you're giving your power away, which you are. And I'm not talking about the daily task. What I'm talking about is when there's something that comes up for you to choose your alignment or choosing to please others, if you would, whether it be generational, meaning family, or obligations that are outside your comfort zone, it will slowly diminish your energy resource that you would otherwise give to your mission, your legacy, your innate purpose. And if you do this enough over time, what then occurs is you lose track of yourself and you lose track of what was most important to you from the beginning. So the example of this is if you started a business and let's say your kids or your spouse or family comes in the way and offers you options, we'll just put it nicely, options that would keep you from your responsibilities that day in your business. As we know as women, we usually put those things first, meaning family, obligation, kids, spouse, XYZ. And discerning that would be tuning into your intuition and leaning into the place of, is this the right decision for me at this time? And of course, I'm not talking about, if there's a legitimate need or an emergency or what have you. But usually in my experience, spouses or significant relationships in our life tend to, as women, outweigh the decisions that you would normally make in your masculine energy in order to keep the peace. Or I'll get to it later. Obligations are as required. Obligations to your soul, obligations to your business, obligations towards furthering your dream of a balanced life. These are the responsibilities of your soul. And when you compromise from this place, it allows you to feel like you're not getting enough done because you're serving this other place of should, I have to, etc. That even means in business. So let's say you have a pile of paperwork and, you had it on your schedule to get it done, but something comes up. So then you don't get it done and then you put it off. Or if you are in the sense the other way around, putting your family first, then you might say, oh, I'll get to that paperwork later. And yes, family is important. But the mission right now is that your soul chose this time to step into your fullest potential, utilizing all of your gifts and talents from all lifetimes. Your kids, your spouse, and your family came in to support that mission. That is why they chose you. To be in partnership, to be your children. And so at the level of the soul, they chose to be in full support of this mission, whatever it is, whether it's a business, whether it's coaching, whether it's service, a product, doesn't matter. In this lifetime, you are meant to be balanced, whole, and complete. Dreaming also is a part of that. So what happens when you compromise? You let go of the dream. You forget about dreaming and following that inner guidance. And it is a subtle whisper. It is not going to override your free will. It will not compromise your integrity. So if you choose one thing over the other thing, it will give you another opportunity to come back to it. However, seizing the moment, in the moment, exactly right for you, whether it's your kids, your spouse, your business, is imperative. The way to know what is right for you is by, in the second, tuning in to your body, not your mind, not your ego, not your should, not your obligations, but what is calling to you to do. Divine action in alignment with what is highest and best for you. So the way to do that is by slowly tuning in, taking that breath, asking the question and waiting for the answer, and doing that over time in that practice will align you with what is calling you. This is what I call too much outside interference with what is truly your desired outcome. And women, especially intuitive women, struggle the most with empathy. And that empathy, whether warranted or not for others, sometimes and most often distracts you from what is most aligned. So, with that being said, tuning in, getting quiet, finding the things that you love, and make no mistake about it, you are here to leave a legacy. You are the chain breaker of your family. You are here to do things differently. You are wired differently from your body to your soul. And this is a part of this journey right now. All of the planets, all of the people in your life have come to serve you in this place. And to take full advantage of the opportunity means that you begin to play, you begin to journey within and activate and listen more carefully to your intuition. So, the question is, how big do you want that dream to be? Because the biggest dream that you have already exists inside of you. It is not something that you have to coerce or, coerce out of you or, pretend. It's not that. It's already inside of you. The issue is that society as women has taught us to be small, to play the more subtle role behind the scenes. And if you're listening to this, which I know that you are, part of this is that you need to allow yourself to dream. So I recommend getting a journal and writing down your dreams, the biggest, most audacious creations that you've been keeping secret. I want you to get them out. Second thing is to make a list of the places that you have compromised on in order to allow others to step forward. And once you have that list of those two things, the last thing is to make a list of your intuitive hits that you are getting from a place of neutral. Meaning, what do I feel in my body? Intuition doesn't come from the mind or outside of you. It comes from your body out. That is how you know it's true intuition. Everything else is not intuition. It's ego, it's should, it's whatever. I also want you to make a list of the things that you feel like you should do. Those are a part of the limitations that outside reality puts on you. Doesn't matter who you are. In order for you to conform to a narrative that situations have taught you to be in. So take a breath. I am a creator. I'm an activator. Okay. I have been in practice for 30 years. I've done 66,000 sessions to date. I started my first company at 19. It was a retail business. I grew it to 11 locations and 150 employees at the same time with growing my spiritual practice. So I can tell you from experience that you can create wealth from a place of survival mode, or you can create wealth from a place of alignment. I choose to create wealth from a place of alignment. That means following the path of legacy, giving back to the places where I feel called to give back, and nurturing that place within me that calls to my highest perspective, my highest expression in this world. And so, if that means 5 businesses, it means 5 businesses. If it means 1, it means 1. If it means 1 product, it means 1 product. If it means 1 book, it means 1 book. There's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do money. There's no right or wrong way to do intuition as long as it's coming from your body. So with those things being said, if you're allowing yourself to dream at the fullest perspective of you, what would be the best, highest, most amazing legacy that you could bring to the world? Because that is your mission. That is your purpose. That big dream that you think is yours was actually the universe and God putting it inside of you, because you are the sole keeper of that big dream. No 2 souls are the same. No 2 souls have the same mission or the same legacy to leave here. So you are unique and delicate in your composition, just as nature, just as the universe and the planets. Everything that is in this world is a direct reflection of your powerful potential. Every dream is yours to create. Fully ungated, not held back, not restricted, not unbalanced, with you get to have all the things in this life. That is your birthright. So I have a couple of things that I'm giving to you for free. One is my standing thing, which is spiritual boundaries. That is my free gift to you. I'll put the link below. My other gift for you is devotion and leadership with God. Not meaning God of, the ominous man in the sky. No, meaning God, the presence, the universe, all of that source within. Those are my two free gifts for you. The other thing that I'm giving to you is 30-minute activation sessions with me for $222. What normally happens is that my hourly rate is $1,200. For this particular group, whoever's listening and whoever watches this on the replay, it is $222 for that. So I'm giving that as also my way to activate you and to further your mission and your legacy here. Because I need you to step forward and do what you're called to do. Because when you do so, your kids do so. And their kids. We are the chain breakers. We are the ones that create the momentum and the change. Flowing from that place of receiving, not pushing. The old way of doing business where you push and you struggle and you fight for everything to be seen, to be heard, to be validated is dying and is dead. That is the old patriarchal capitalism way of doing business. The way of doing business now is to create embodiment within your body, to allow yourself to receive from clients that are aligned, from purchases that are aligned, and taking divine action that is guided by your intuition in your body. That is the new way of doing business. That is building legacy. And please understand, each and every person that feels called to build something, to dream big, is here to change the world. It is our responsibility to change the world that we live in so that we become the leaders that set the pace for our children and to do life differently. So I want to thank you for taking your time with me today and letting this activation go in and through yourselves, down and through your body, and cause that radical awakening that I know that you're fully capable of. To say yes to the things that are aligned with your legacy, to say yes to your intuition and divine action in the body, not in your mind out of obligation. To say yes to balance, to love, to flow and play. The fullest, freest expression of you in your entirety. This is what you're here to do. This is what this time period is about. So, go within. Dare to dream big. Do the journal prompts that I'm giving you. And if you're interested in talking with me, you can find me. And those things that I shared with you are yours as my gift to you. And I want to thank you in all ways for showing up for yourself for this time period. So, thank you. Blessings. And I'm excited to share this energy and this frequency of activation. Let this go in and through your body. I will talk to you soon. This is Dr. Janelle Hoyland. Bye.